how people can come together, it's about communication. Communication can help us to relate ourselves to others and to really hear where the other person is coming from. And there seems to be a great amount of confusion about that. It's difficult, or we make it difficult, because one of the main things I found, and you might have similar experiences, is that many people only want to hear what they want to hear. And then we have a tendency of comparing others to ourselves and how we want them to. The saying goes also, we look at the world not as it is, but as we are. And so it's very difficult for us to communicate openly to others, especially when certain walls come up after we don't feel the other person hears us, and then we tend to get argumentative. But there is no need for that, because ultimately the key when we talk about communication, it begins and it ends with us. It is about us making the effort to understand people for who they are, and even if they get argumentative with us, to always look at ourselves and ask ourselves, what is happening? Instead of just being triggered and getting frustrated over the other person, but to find that there's a lesson we're here to learn. And the more we recognize other people objectively, the better we can understand ourselves. Because ultimately everybody we meet is a reflection of who we are. And we attract people in our life because we are here to learn. And they come to us to teach us a lesson. And many times it's very difficult because we don't like to hear that. We don't like to hear what we don't want to hear, which is why we tend to then argue with people. But we can stop that. You can stop all of that, all arguments with other people. I mean, I'm not saying that because I am at that point yet. I am just realizing the importance of that. And I also realize my own challenges there and how much work I have to do in order to be less argumentative with others and to allow people to be who they are and to learn through that. I'm definitely getting better as time goes on, but it is challenging. It really is challenging. You know, to not only hear what we want to hear, but to really opening ourselves up to what other people are really saying. Because we're all trying to relate ourselves. We're all trying to express ourselves. We all want to be heard. But the challenge there again is many times, sometimes we shut down because we are uncomfortable with what the other person is saying, what they're pointing us to. But nevertheless, that's the art of communication, the art of listening, the art of being present. And this is not being selectively present only around people you like, which is so much easier, of course. We all want to be around people we like and people we love. But to be around people who are difficult, people who are challenging, people who might say something that triggers something negative within us, or they represent something that we don't like to look at. Only if we really look at things, if we look at other people regardless of that, regardless if we like it or not, then can we understand ourselves better. And that's the point. Gaining self-realization, knowledge of self, and in order to be then to be that self, that's the key. And that is something that I really want to learn more, because I want to be more free there, want to be more myself. And that's basically what this program is about, it's a practice field for me, basically, to express myself, express my thoughts. So is Paltalk. I'm right now on Paltalk again. If you haven't joined it, please come to a room for conscious revolution, or there are hundreds and thousands, literally, of other rooms where people communicate, or many times, sadly, not really communicate. Not that they more argue with one another, but that's a different story. It still is possible wherever you go, even if you go in an atheist room, or a Muslim room, or a fundamental Christian room, or whatever it is, you can learn about the dynamics that lie at the foundation of how people communicate, and that's something that can help us to again understand other people better, and through this also we can learn to understand ourselves better. And again, that's what we're here to learn, just to remind you of that. Thank you.